Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Ablai. So today we're going to do something a little bit interesting, different than what we've done in previous videos. Partly because not only is this a channel about hexagonal healing or hexagonal healing, as you've heard in the videos, but also part of this is discussing technology, right? And my dad has been watching these videos, trying to be supportive of his son. And we had a conversation today, and one of the things that he mentioned, both from watching the videos and hearing media and news, is he doesn't really know how to use AI or even where to go. There's so many different models out there and so much stuff out there that you hear about that, and it's moving at such a fast pace that it can be a little bit overwhelming. So what I wanted to do today was kind of give you a little introduction to use AI, and I'm going to use the most common model out there. I guess the one that gets all the press. I mean, there are great ones and we can talk about the differences between them. I use different ones for different use cases. But what I want to do is give a real beginner video, keep it not confusing or filled with a lot of stuff. And I just want to focus on how to very simply use ChatGPT and do it in the context, obviously, of this channel, which is, well, how do I search things that are for health? So before we get started, you can see my screen there. We're going to talk about the computer version of it, the desktop version, but I'm also going to talk about how you can access it. I won't be able to screen show you that, but I'll walk you through. It's very simple how to access that on a iOS or Android mobile device or tablet. It's very simple to do. So ChatGPT is an AI-powered chatbot created by OpenAI. Think of it like a digital assistant that can answer health-related questions, explain medical health-related questions. It can help you learn about nutrition, fitness, and more. But here's the real important part is ChatGPT is not a doctor. It can provide general health information, but it should never replace professional medical advice. It's a tool to help you understand health topics, but not to diagnose or treat conditions. So let's get started on how you do this. So the first step, if you can see my screen here, if you don't know where it is, Google it, like I've done here. Do a Google search for ChatGPT, and you will see this little icon. That's the official icon for ChatGPT. Now be careful, and here it is blown up. There's a lot of fake ones, mimicking ones, trying to get your money. You'll see that on the App Store or Google Play Store. You're looking for the official OpenAI ChatGPT. The actual ChatGPT chat box is going to be the one that says ChatGPT. And as you can see, I'm already logged into my account. I actually have, you'll have to log into an account. It's very, very easy to do. So if I log out, say yes. Now let's say I want to sign up, right? So you would just go to sign up here, and you would put in your email address. You would then hit continue. You can log in using your existing Google account, or you can log in using your existing Apple iCloud account. And if you use these, you don't necessarily have to put a password in unless it's related to your Google account or your iCloud account. If you do it through the email address, they're going to ask you to create a password and so forth. I'm not going to go through all that process. I'm going to go in and log in. So once you log in, you're going to get to this screen here. Now, if you have the free version, I believe you have access to some of the different models of ChatGPT. The most common one that you will use for most of your questions is going to be the 4.0 model, which is already selected up here on this drop down menu. Okay, don't worry about the other models. We're not here to make this complicated. This is the basic one you can use. It will answer most questions. So the way you ask a question is with something called a prompt. And the prompt matters. The quality of your prompt will equal how good the answer is. Okay? So what you want to do is you want to avoid vague questions. So if I just typed in, tell me about diabetes, it will answer that, but the answer might not be, and you see it's pretty fast, might not be the best answer. You may not like it. You want to try to be as specific as you can as to what you're looking for. Now this is giving you general information, not too bad as I'm looking through it. Now it's probably doing a good job at this because I use this a lot for medical stuff, so it kind of knows, it learns from you and it kind of already knows what I would be looking for. So this is probably a little bit better than what you would get. So I'm just going to stop this for now. A better question, instead of tell me about diabetes, would be what are the early signs of type 2 diabetes? And what lifestyle changes can help manage it? That would be a more specific question. You're asking for specific things about a specific type of diabetes, because there's more than one type, right? Type 1, type 2, some say there's a type 3. Another example would be, is salt bad? Yeah, too vague. Be a little more specific. What about salt do you want to know? Like, what's bad about it? So how does too much salt affect your blood pressure? How much salt is safe for someone with high blood pressure or with hypertension, the official medical term for it? A little more specific. I mean, do you see the difference? The more specific your question, the better the response will be. Let's just test that, right? So let's say we asked about diabetes. Let's type in, what are the early signs of, type 2 diabetes, and what lifestyle changes? So AI is only as good, I'll be honest with you, as to how creative and how good you are with prompts. It really that's how it is. It hasn't gotten to the point where it can bypass that. The human component is still extremely important. Just consider this as just someone who's a genius and has a wealth of information from all over that it has been trained on and fed into it, and it can understand how you word things and things of that nature, but you still have to prompt it well. So let's look at this one compared to how that other one started that you can see here, right? The types of diabetes. This one's a little bit more detailed. And you're going to get one that's more specific to type 2 diabetes. There's the early signs to look for, things I would look for. Tells you if you notice those symptoms, what you need to do. So go to your doctor, ask for fasting blood sugar, an A1C, a glucose tolerance test. That's all good. And then here's all the lifestyle stuff. And again, remember, it knows, sorry, I hit the mic. It knows me. It knows what I would, the kind of answers I like, because it does learn you the more you use it, especially if you have a paid subscription, which is about, I think, $20 a month for what they call the plus version. The pro one's very expensive for the average person, but the plus model, it'll remember. It maintains a memory of you and some of the key things that you like. So anyway, it talks about all the things I would talk about: low carb, ketogenic diet, intermittent fasting, etc., etc. So very, very good resource. So here are 3 tips I would give you for getting clear answers as a newbie. Instead of tell me about your heart health, what are the 5 ways to lower cholesterol naturally? Be specific. Narrow your general question to specific. What is it that you're really wanting to know, and be specific and tell ChatGPT specifically what you want. You want to use context. And what I mean by that is, if you're asking about diet advice, mention any medical conditions. So for example, what are good snacks for someone with diabetes and high blood pressure? So you're providing a context. You're not just saying, what are good snacks to eat? Okay, that's too vague. What are good snacks if you have certain conditions? Or what are good things to, what good exercises can I do if I have my knees replaced? Knee replacement surgery. What are good exercises to stay active in that situation, or whatever the case may be. So be specific, use context, and then ask for lists or steps. Give me a simple step-by-step guide on how to start a Mediterranean diet. It'll give you step-by-step guide. Let's just see. Again, I hate using my account. I wish I created a simple free one that I could have used. That probably was the better way to go. So I'm typing in, give me a simple step-by-step guide on how to start a Mediterranean. And you don't have to worry too much about spelling and capitalization and stuff. It'll know what you're saying. That's kind of the cool thing about it. And here it is. Step 1, stock your kitchen with Mediterranean diet staples. And it's going to take a little bit to go. I've noticed that ChatGPT has slowed down a bit compared to other models that are out there. But this is good info, man. This here is good stuff. We'll let that run. I might want to use that. Or at least look at it and see how good it is and what I would add to it, because I'm always kind of giving it further, hey, you didn't think about this, or you didn't think about that, and have it kind of look at that. So, but that's more advanced. So ChatGPT can't give you personal medical advice, but it can help you understand general health information. That's the key. So here's some great ways to use ChatGPT for health. Medication info. What does metformin, how does metformin work for diabetes? That's general info. What are the side effects of ibuprofen? Those would be examples of questions you could ask. Diet and nutrition. What foods are high in potassium? Give me a 1-week low sodium meal plan, right? Exercise and fitness. You can ask, what are the best exercises for lower back pain? Or how can I start a 10-minute daily stretching routine? For sleep and stress management, you can ask things like, what are natural ways to improve sleep quality? Or how does stress affect blood pressure. ChatGPT provides general advice, so always consult with a doctor for anything serious. I mean, I can't stress that enough. It is still a computer, and it doesn't completely think like a human or a professional medical provider, so you need to always consult a doctor, especially when you're starting any new diet or exercise and you have health problems. So, but you can get good information, conversation points to discuss with your doctor, things of that nature. So I want you to avoid common mistakes as newbies using ChatGPT and AIs in general if you use other models. Number one mistake is asking for diagnosis. So it's bad to say, do I have COVID? Instead, what you can ask, though, is you can ask, what are the symptoms of COVID-19 and when should I see a doctor? General health information. Think information you probably would be given in a patient handout. Everything else, diagnosis, the testing, all those things, what could be going on with you, all that is medical expertise for your healthcare provider to do. Mistake number two, expecting real-time updates. Okay? ChatGPT doesn't have real-time data, so it's best to check official sources like CDC or the World Health Organization for breaking health news. When you become a bit more advanced with ChatGPT, there are ways to provide new information to it or have it search for things using the World Wide Web and things like that. You probably see these buttons down here. I have been able to get it to give me up-to-date information regarding current events. Okay? Did my basketball team win yesterday? Okay? But for the general information that's in there, what it is drawing from right now is whatever it was trained up to the latest point. I believe 4.0 is the latter part of last year, but don't quote me on that. I know that there was some talk about the latest model that came out. People are talking about how it's really backwards because it still dates to like 2023. And that's a ChatGPT new model, but it wasn't really designed to be smart. It's designed to just help you be more creative and understand you and sound more human in talking to you. But like I said, 4.0 is the best place for a beginner to start to get the best information. And mistake number three, you saw me doing this as it was giving stuff. I'm scanning it as a doctor going, is this what I would tell my patients? Is this accurate? Always, always verify the information, especially for medications, for medical procedures, for supplements. Always check. I have found many errors with it. It is not perfect. I've had to go in and correct it with the correct information so that I'm not giving incorrect information. So be really careful with it. It's a great tool, but it's advanced greatly, but I think it's still in the early stages. It's going to get better, but keep in mind the human aspect is still important. You have to be specific, provide context, and then fact check everything. Just fact check and make sure that everything is accurate. Ask your doctor about what you found there if you're not sure. Look it up on the internet. Use it as a springboard to search on the internet for information. ChatGPT is interactive. You can refine its responses by asking follow-up questions. Okay? So for example, if you ask what's intermittent fasting and ChatGPT explains, then you can follow up with something like, what's the safest way to do intermittent fasting for someone with diabetes? This helps you get more detailed and personalized answers without having to start over. Okay? As long as you're in this chat, everything that we've entered in there and everything is spit out, you can go back and ask questions about those things. It remembers what it's told you for the most part, and will add to that or even change its previous answers if there's something else to add or correct or do like that. So just a quick but important reminder, again, ChatGPT is not a doctor. It is not a substitute for what we as doctors are trained in, what we've learned, what your nurse practitioner or physician assistant is trained in and what they've learned. It's just a tool for general health information. It's great for learning, it's great for research, but never, never, never use it for emergencies. Always consult a licensed healthcare provider before making any health decisions, okay? So, as a summary, to get the most out of ChatGPT, remember, be specific when asking questions, use context for more relevant answers, follow up to refine your results, and always fact check and consult a doctor when needed. If I can use ChatGPT, and I know a lot of people without technical savvy, I'm sure my dad will get on there and he'll be able to use it. So can you. Try it out today. Let me know what health-related questions you plan to ask. If you like this video, don't forget to like it. Please subscribe. Please share. We're trying to grow this community and we can only do it with your help. We depend on you completely. Now, one last thing before I go. If you're on an iPhone or Android device, it's very easy. You can go to your website on your phone like this and do these exact steps I just went through. But another way that you can do it is you can go into the App Store or Google Play Store and search for this little icon for ChatGPT. They even have an app for the desktop version. That's what that is. But this is the actual web surfing version. But they have app on your iPhone and they have app for the Android, and you can sign into it with the same email and password you did online on the internet, and you can have access to health information at your fingertips anytime, anywhere, okay? If you want quick access to this on your computer, you can bookmark this page. If you use Google, you can star there and it'll bookmark, like it says right there, bookmark this tab. You know, not necessarily the search one, but when you first go in, right? When it gives you the blank canvas, or even just the website to log in. Bookmark that where you log in so it's easy to get in there each time. Just bookmark this, and the easiest way to do it, this is how I do it, is I just will drag this whole website. I would select the whole thing, and then I would just hold my mouse and drag it and put it here, and it'll be a little window like these for my work, some of the big things I use, and it'll put it there, and then all you have to do is click that and it'll take you straight to that website, right? So in this case, ChatGPT. Anyway, I've talked enough. I don't want to bore you guys. I don't want to make this video too long. Thank you so much for being here. I hope to do more videos like this in the future. I want to do a more advanced one where we talk about how to refine your prompts to get you even better results. So for now, this is good. This is just the start, just the beginning. In the comments, ask me any questions you have. I'll help you in any way that I can. If you're hesitant to embrace this technology, I'm telling you, it's going to be everywhere. It's already everywhere, I think, or starting to get there. So you might as well use it to your advantage. It's a great tool. It's just a great tool. Just like the internet was a great tool when it came out, and look where it's at now, and how pervasive it is in our lives, right? Anyway, thank you so much for taking time being in this video. Remember, stay healthy, stay well, and come back. We will post videos every day. So don't miss out. Share this. Take care. Bye.